Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand.
You all join me? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, before we get started, just a couple of things to go over. Keep in mind, these meetings are televised live, so we'd ask you to place your plans on the table next to the podium. Please let us know who you are. Try to speak clearly and try to speak loud. We've got kind of a long agenda. We'll try to get through it pretty quick, though. So let's get started. Our first applicant tonight is DRB 2021-47, the application of Ironwood Properties at 209 West Lancaster Avenue in Wayne, zoned under Wayne Business Overlay District for a signage. Hi, Callie.
Hi. So,
Welcome.
yeah, I'm representing for Brian Unoviak from Sign Studios for Nest Home Decor. So we were basically just talking about the change of location for the particular, the 148-inch wall cabinet to the A-frame location high up top on the front side of the building.
Well, just, Callie, I'm just going to recap a little bit because Tim wasn't with us last month. So
Sure.
the applicant came in last month, Tim, and for signage, and we did approve a sign along Route 30, but the applicant may want to put it on the front of the building higher, and it will exceed the 15 feet. So they may go before the zoning hearing board for a variance. So we talked about that.
That is very cool.
And there's a sign on the main entrance side, which kind of faces Anthropology. And then there was a discussion about the sign on the Wawa side. And our board had to turn that down because it doesn't face a road. It's almost like the back of the building. And again, they may go for a variance for that also. So, but Callie's here tonight, I believe, just talking about the front signage, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
So originally, we had this placed on one of the windows that was probably about, I think, right here, location. So instead, we are going to have it up here within this A-frame location. So it is a bit higher than what would be allowed. It is estimated approximately to be 18 feet in the air. I know that's above the required, but
Right, which is 15 feet from grade.
correct.
Okay. All right, so Jane, you were here last month. I don't know what your feelings on the placement and,
Well, we recommended that they move it
oh,
up.
sorry, you're not mic'd.
We recommended that they move it up off of the window to that position. I didn't know it was going to go 18 feet. Does that mean they have to go to zoning?
It will be, yeah.
If they lowered it down, they wouldn't have to go to
Mhm.
zoning?
Well, if they could get it under 15
Okay.
feet from
They
grade,
can't-
which
You can't do
you're
that,
not
though,
gonna be
right?
able
You can't
to.
fit it there.
Sadly not. Correct me in determining what the actual.
Callie, I'm sorry, you please use the mic.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So based on the architectural drawings, if they're completely accurate, the building itself, before even the actual A-frame itself, is already 12 feet.
Okay.
So I would not even be in the A-frame if we did it under 15.
Okay.
Well, I'm fine with it going there if that's where it has to go.
Yeah, as long as they get
Yeah,
approval.
And
Yeah.
it's color coordinated with the rest of the building.
Tim, how do you feel about that?
I have no problem with the location subject to zoning's approval.
Okay, all right, and then we talked about the Wawa side, Tim. They're allowed basically two signs because we'll consider them a corner property with their main entrance facing the parking lot. But really, the backside of the building is the Wawa, and again, they may want to go to the zoning hearing board to get relief for that sign if possible.
Yeah, I have no problem with the location. I mean,
Mhm.
is there any possibility of even just putting it as a decal on the window there?
We talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they felt it was a little too small
Okay.
Yeah,
for a
that's
decal in the
correct.
window, but it is an option. They're allowed 20% of their window space for
Even
that.
if it was like some type of opaque, so you could
Mhm.
actually get the light through it still, even I think it would look nice there too.
Mhm.
Okay.
But I have no problem with either.
Okay, then I believe, just Brian, for clarification, they changed the base on their ground sign, and, yeah, Brian, just is showing us the new measurements and the pole skirt, which was okay, so that's been approved. And Kelly, if the client doesn't go before the zoning hearing board, you do have approval for that front signage along Route 30. It's just
Okay.
going to be in a lower location.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Anything else, Jane?
No, I'm
You're-
fine.
You're good. Tim?
Nope.
You're good?
Yep.
Okay, Callie, any other questions for us? You're good? Okay, Jane, you want to take this one?
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, just
Yes.
real quick, did I hear that this was being considered a corner property?
No.
Yeah, we've had situations in town where it kind of faces a large parking lot, and we've basically considered those a corner property. I mean, it's not like the main intersection in town where it goes on, North Wayne Avenue and Route 30, but we've had some locations in town where we have granted those two signs.
Okay, I probably want to take a look at that.
Okay.
Because if it's, I think it's got to be a street frontage, and
Mhm.
unless it's a private or public street
Okay.
dedicated as such, then that
Yeah.
could be a problem. So
Okay.
I would just ask that any approvals be conditioned upon resolution of the street frontage issue.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
All right, great, thanks, Kevin. All right, Jane?
All right. Applicant 2021-47 Ironwood Properties on Lancaster Avenue. Approval for the front sign and pending variance approval. And for the side facing the Wawa, pending frontage approval,
Conditioned upon
Okay.
resolution of the street frontage issue.
conditioned upon resolution of the street frontage usage and variance from zoning.
That would be the east side, right? Not the
Well,
East
Wawa.
side.
actually, I
East
guess
side, that's
both
the Wawa
sides,
side,
really.
east
It's
side.
gonna come down.
It may
No,
come down
That's
to.
the west side.
We'll do east and west.
Oh.
Kevin,
east
you're gonna
and-
look at both sides on that.
Side facing Wawa?
Well, that was their, I wouldn't say argument last month, but they felt because there's a driveway exiting out and I said, no, that's not gonna cut it. So-
No, most commercial buildings have, or many commercial buildings have driveways along the side. If you're
Right.
gonna start considering those frontages, that could be extremely problematic. So-
Right, exactly. Okay. But you were saying you want to look at the side that faces the Wawa, their main entrance side as such.
Well, I'm confused as to what they're considering a second frontage. That's, when I
Well, the-
heard that, that's what,
If I
Okay.
understand this correctly, it'd be the front where the sign is currently located in the A-frame, subject to zoning variance
for height.
for height, for that being the frontage. And then the second frontage would be the parking lot side, which would be the east side.
That's correct, yes.
No.
No?
Oh.
Or
I
were
thought
you
that-
considering the Wawa
I
side?
thought we were talking about the Wawa side, which is a west side. No, both sides?
Well, I wouldn't consider either one of those sides to be a frontage. There's a possible argument that the rear of the building along Francis, if the property goes out to Francis, could have frontage. And I don't know if the code allows us to take that frontage and apply it to a different face of the building as an option. So
Huh.
you may just want to say all wall signs, subject
Okay.
to review of, that way it's a blank coverage.
Okay. All right, Jane, I'll let you finish it up.
Okay. DRB 2021-47 Ironwood Properties on 209 West Lancaster Avenue. Pending resolution of street frontage issue. All signs are approved?
Pending,
Pending.
Yeah,
Street
okay.
frontage issue?
right.
And
Okay.
subject to variance as necessary.
And subject to variance approval by zoning.
Okay, great. All right, do we hear a second, Tim?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, thank you, Callie. Say hi to Brian. Okay, all righty.
Can I have one other question? The State Store had a sign on the west side, but because that was its only sign that was allowed?
I don't know, without looking at specifics, again,
Okay.
if they had a wall sign that's permitted, the code may allow them to put that on a different face of the building other than the side of the road, and it could have been non-conforming,
Okay.
but that doesn't entitle them to necessarily to take that and expand upon it.
Okay, great.
I think that's how we were working it, because there was a State Store sign on that side. We weren't considering
Right,
it
exactly.
an issue.
Okay, next on the agenda is DRB 2021-48, the application of Brandywine Realty Trust at 250 King of Prussia Road in Radnor for a new parking structure. Good evening.
Good evening.
How you doing?
Bob Tucker of Kaplan Stewart, representing the applicant. Just to give you a quick rundown, this project has received approval from the Zoning Hearing Board for variances. We've received recommended approval from the Shade Tree Commission, and most recently, the Planning Commission recommended preliminary and final approval. We've presented before this board a few times, and we've had conversations with the neighbors across the street. And based on all our feedback, we have renderings that we'd like to show you this evening. I think,
Sure.
Joseph Trainer will say a few words, then we'll turn it over to the architect to run through the.
Will this help you out?
renderings.
An extra mic? You sure? Okay, if not, we've got it here.
Thanks, Bob. Thanks, everyone.
Hi.
Good to see you. So, as Bob mentioned, this is for the added parking garage at 250 King of Prussia Road, the former Penn Medicine facility. We were actually in front of you in May for design review on the renovation of the existing building, exterior curtain wall replacement and other exterior improvements. Tonight, we'll take you through the proposed garage plan and associated landscape and site lighting, which we actually reviewed with you last month. And then we also, based on the feedback last month, have added some planners to soften the one corner of the garage. So
Okay,
I'll turn it over to Kyle from Noor Architects, and he'll walk you through the presentation.
Great, thank you.
Good evening.
Hi.
Give the gentleman a moment to switch it over, please.
Mhm.
We're up, okay. It was requested that we give a brief recap of the presentation from the last month, just to give everybody a little context of what was presented. So I'll run through that presentation, and then I'll touch on the items that were revised for tonight, based
Okay.
on the feedback from the last meeting. Starting with a few existing photographs for context, this is the property at 250 King of Prussia Road, the existing office building that's being renovated. The parking lot to the south of the building is where the proposed garage is going to be located, a 2.5 precast concrete parking garage. A few additional context photos, again, of the existing parking lot as it sits today. And if anybody'd like me to slow down, please do. I was asked to be brief on this section, so I'm trying to be. It's having an issue reading the PDF. This was the elevation packet for the garage building. As I mentioned earlier, it's a 2.5-story precast concrete parking garage. The design of the garage and the look of it is going to be almost identical to the garage currently constructed at the Penn Medicine facility down the street, which is a dark gray stained precast. Also under this application was a significant amount of landscaping that was being proposed around the parking garage and the 250 King of Prussia building itself. Coming out of that meeting, one of the renderings of the north side of the garage, the feedback was everything around the garage looked okay, but the elevation facing the building looked a little bit sparse, and the request was whether or not we could add a little bit of additional landscaping on this elevation. So the primary difference between this and the exhibit that was submitted last month was the addition of plantings at the northeast corner here where the stair and elevator tower is. I also want to note too, there are additional trees shown along the elevation of the garage. They're on the submitted landscape plan, but they were not in last month's rendering. So I wanted to point it out because I think it only helps the case. So there are trees there, and then the 3 landscape planters. So those are significantly large. They're 5 or 6 foot diameter, concrete planters, and the intent is to fill them with species that will thrive in a planter and as well as year-round. So something that's potentially evergreen, whether it's a boxwood or something that, you know, maintains color and depth year-round, and of course would be maintained by the property owner. So the hope was that this would satisfy the request to soften that corner, add a little bit more landscaping in a spot that was tough to have planted trees or grass area. And happy to go over any more of this in detail, but didn't want to be too lengthy.
Jane, are you,
I'm fine with that. We already approved the rest of the landscape
Well, we
plan
already talked
and the
about it.
sign and everything.
Yeah.
What we didn't approve, what we requested was that we thought that this could add more welcoming to people using the facility because it's the main entrance to the garage.
Correct.
And as I like to call it, seasonal eye candy.
Tim, what do you feel so far?
I'm good.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Keep rolling along? Yeah,
that's it.
that's it.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, the request was to only
Yeah.
submit the exhibit that was revised, so
Okay.
this was the only exhibit that had any changes to it.
Okay. Tim, colors, everything you're happy with?
Yeah, no, I looked
Materials?
this over,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, good, good. And you're still going to come back for a sign package, I believe, right?
Yes.
At a later time?
Yeah, so sorry, I didn't mention it, but I think I mentioned it last month. We will have to come back to you for signage. We haven't finalized that. Part of that will be depending how the building gets leased
Mhm.
up, what tenants come in, and we'll be back to you for signage.
Okay, good, good. Any other questions?
Yeah.
Kevin, anything?
No, I don't know if I missed it. Did you go over what material the garage face is going to be? Just what we're seeing in that taupe color?
The planter base or the garage?
No, the garage itself.
The garage itself is all going to be precast concrete, so it's stained precast. So it's going to have a stained form liner finish, so sort of like a sandblast finish, and it'll be stained a dark charcoal gray color.
Thank you.
Yeah, there was a finish in the previously submitted packet, something, I apologize, the PDF that we viewed before seems a little, I'm going to try reopening for us quickly and see if it works. No, there is a page at the end of the packet that has the proposed materials, and there was an image of gray precast as a reference image. So I apologize that
No problem.
the image isn't coming up in the PDF, but it was there. But I did make a note, if you want a real-world example, the Penn Medicine garage right down the street that's already constructed, we're going to match that precast almost verbatim.
Okay, good. Any other questions from the board?
No.
Jane, you're good?
No?
Tim?
I'm good.
Gentlemen, any questions for our board here? Good?
Not I.
Okay. And Kevin, you're good with everything?
Yes.
Okay, good. Tim, want to take this one?
And then, in the matter of DRB 2021-48, the application of Brandywine Realty Trust, I move to approve the application for a new parking structure and landscape plan at the northwest stair of that tower.
Okay, here a second?
Second?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll
very
look forward to
much.
seeing you for the signage.
Yeah.
Great, thanks. Thank you. Next is DRB 2021-50. The application is Secura Japan Wayne Incorporated at 102 East Lancaster Avenue in Wayne, zoned under Wayne Business Overlay District for a new sign. Sir? Hello there. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Good. So you're going to open up a new restaurant, correct?
Yeah, it's a new restaurant, but everything is still old there.
Okay,
Well, it's a very small restaurant. It's very
okay.
small
Talk nice and loud, all right?
Yeah,
So everybody can hear.
yeah.
Okay. So,
Basically, outside is nothing changed, just because you look at the picture, it's
okay,
it's not any, there's no any space you can put a sign.
right.
So only we can do is just the old sign. This sign they just make about, I believe it's almost 4 years ago.
Mhm.
And the venue is called Venue Pizza, and they, I don't know, it's not, they cannot run the business. I
So-
believe so.
So all you're going to do is take that panel out and put a new panel in?
Just outside plastic on me.
Right.
I understand it's cost me $200 only,
Okay.
But I can't do nothing because we look around there.
No, I understand. Yeah,
no-
that's
no
the only
space,
place to
yeah.
put a sign.
No space, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, what's the board feel about the sign this gentleman is showing us tonight?
Well, I actually like the color combination, the red on the black, better than Vinnie's Pizza. So I think that's an improvement. My only question is the teriyaki sushi and burrito underneath. I'm not so sure that's necessary. And if you took that out, you may be able to use bigger lettering. It's sort of
Or
limited.
we have an option
Or?
there.
Or,
We can put like a byline in.
well, you could, what other,
Should-
that would just be my first take on it.
Okay. Tim, what do you feel about that with the descriptive?
Yeah, I think it's actually beyond what the code allows for
Yeah.
to be on the
Yeah, but
sign.
doesn't the address have to be there?
Yeah, address has to be on the building,
Oh,
not
on the building,
sign.
okay, gotcha.
But the sign is limited to, it doesn't allow for the descriptors on the sign itself. It just is, the name of the business is
Oh.
what the code allows
I
for.
got you.
Yeah. It'd almost be like a restaurant coming in and putting on their sign soda, hoagies, cheesesteaks. We can't have that.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Okay, so you can put the name of the business, and we've
Oh,
allowed people to
so-
put what they refer to almost as like a byline.
Just like a mini pizza.
Yeah,
It's bigger than-
right.
Yeah, we can do that.
You can do
We
that,
can
okay.
Just skip out of there because they didn't make it yet.
Okay.
They
Yep.
didn't make it yet. Just
Um,
skip it. The other way is that this kind of food is a new style food. It's not a really Japanese food.
Mm.
It's not really Chinese food. It's not really American food. It's something like a sushi bonito.
So it's a
Okay.
fusion, right?
Yeah, yeah, you can say a fusion.
Yeah.
So I just want the people can
Mhm.
see, when they see that, they see what's going on there. Because
Yeah, I
it's a
understand.
small town, very small town. You know, when you open, everybody know that.
Sure.
I don't need to do any kind of advertisement. So you think that put the bottom there, this means we cannot explain what do we say, right?
Well, I mean, I'm not,
Because it's a sushi, like a Japanese restaurant, it's called sushi, okay, and teriyaki and bonito, just like the first sign here, because you only name the Japanese, like a Sakura Japan, yeah, people will think about this Japanese food,
right.
but we are not a real Japanese food.
Mhm. Okay.
We don't know who we are,
Okay.
we don't know.
Well,
Right.
you have the opportunity
Mhm,
that you can use 20%
mhm.
of that front window glass to
Oh.
advertise that product. So if you want to put, let's say, a 4 or 5-inch decal, maybe run it across the base of the window, or, and you want to put
Well,
that,
I can do it easy way, sir.
so,
Just keep it about that, because I honest to you, it's nothing to do with society, it's business. Because now it's about, the 3/4 business is from Uber side, it's all the delivery.
okay,
Nobody, even if nobody coming to order
Right.
something.
right,
Only some kind of the student or the movie star or people just walk around there.
okay,
But you say, I'm not really consider people see sign or order. I'm not consider. I just want to say, I follow your, the code of your township, your zoning, something like that. I put a sign there.
yes,
And we can do the business, because people know or not, I'm not really care,
okay,
because it's all the Uber business. This business is so far, because it's so far.
Okay.
In the East Coast, most Asia, biology restaurant, they are not allowed to go inside now.
okay.
And this kind of food is same thing, temple part of it. But I say, if you think I'll take out this later, then that's okay.
So the bottom line is, do you just want to make your Sakura Japan letters a little larger?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
are we
just
okay
like
with
the
that?
pizza so big.
That's fine.
Yeah, they're not going to be any larger than
No, because
Vinnie's
it-
Pizza letters. Okay, he's got a little border in that,
Yeah,
so.
I think it is.
Okay, so we'll just ask you to, if you want, to make the letters a little larger,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll get rid of the teriyaki sushi burrito.
Yeah,
You'll
let's
take
keep-
that off the sign.
Just take aside.
Okay, and again, you have 20% of your window that you can use, if you want to put that in there, it's your decision, so.
Yeah, how about just put something, like
Okay.
open and phone number, that's only.
Okay, all right. Should we talk about the A-frames?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay,
And then, per the Radnor code, there, you know, the A-frame type signs that you put out, that some people put out on the sidewalks, those are not allowed.
No,
So don't waste your money on those.
yeah.
The
That-
building already has, I mean, Vinnie's was in here not that long ago for their sign, they had the address on there.
Mhm.
So I think everything else is compliant.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
sign will be a nice improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was never the best-looking sign in town.
No.
So,
Yep.
okay. Sir, do you have any other questions for us?
No.
Are you okay with
I just
everything?
say is, well, I understand. For this restaurant, I put out $50,000 for nothing now.
Okay,
I just pay the rent.
okay, all right.
You understand? I pay the rent.
Yeah.
You know, I get this one in the last December,
Okay.
and then upon then now.
Mhm. So what,
I just got electricity, permit from
Okay.
the last week.
okay.
So
When,
I paid, almost $400 every month for the 9 months.
Okay.
I can't survive now.
Okay.
I just wonder, why your township can ask what you should do, I follow that.
Mhm.
But they gotta let me survive, because like you once a month come to here.
Right.
So I just say, is I can start working this side or not, or should I come back next month? If I
Okay.
come back next month, I just give out this restaurant.
Right.
There's no reason for me stay here.
okay.
For
Well, we're
nothing.
going to give you approval tonight, so, all right?
Thank you.
Okay. So we'll ask, who's, Jane's turn?
All right.
Okay.
DRB 2021-50, Sakura Japan Wayne Incorporated, 102 East Lancaster Avenue. I move for approval of the sign with just the name of Sakura Japan on it, removing the other words, teriyaki, sushi, and burrito.
Yeah, I
Okay.
agree.
Wait a second?
Second.
Okay,
Yeah.
all in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, good luck, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay,
night.
good night now. Okay. All right, next is DRB 2021-51, the application of Allied Sign Systems at Radnor Hotel Associates, 579 Lancaster Avenue in St. David's for wall signage and vinyl graphics, window graphics. Hello there. Hi.
Hi, I'm Matt Taylor with Becker and Frondorf. We're here representing Vibe Urgent Care.
All right, nice to have you here.
We are here to present our signage package.
Great. All right. So this was the old bank building, correct?
Wells Fargo Bank, correct.
Okay, great. All right,
Yep.
good.
The intent of the signage package was to match what was there. Originally, Wells Fargo had their existing channel letters in the same locations,
Mhm.
as well as the window graphics.
Okay, good. So why don't you just kind of walk us through and
Sure.
show us what you have in mind?
We have two internally lit channel letter locations, one in the front of the building here on a raceway, one on the side of the building, also on a raceway. We have 9 locations for window vinyl, which is hard to see here in each of these windows.
Mhm.
This location was where an existing ATM is, ATM was, and will be replaced with a typical storefront system. And then on each of the front entrance doors, you have the Vibe with the address of the building and hours.
Pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Questions?
Short of just asking Vibe to change its colors from lime green and Pantone orange, I have no opposition to this.
I have no opposition
It grabs
either.
your attention, and that's what you want for an
There we
urgent
go.
care.
No, I think it's a nice, clean application. Your vinyl graphics are small. I'm sure they fit within
Yeah,
the
they've done the
parameters.
calculations for it.
Yeah. Kevin, is that it's listed as a C2, or would that be a plain business?
I believe that's plain business there.
Correct. That's-
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're going
Okay,
with.
so you're allowed 15% of your
It-
window space in planned business.
15% for that?
But- Yeah,
Okay, we'll
but
con-
just make sure you're 15 or under. I believe you are.
Okay.
Yeah, just looking at it, so.
They've submitted some building interior renovations, and we've been working with them on that, with the parking and all of that. So,
Oh, good.
yeah, we're aware.
Seen it.
Good. Yeah, I don't know. Again,
No,
it's
well,
pretty clean, and I don't know if
pretty
we have any
clean,
questions, or?
Nope, that was my one comment.
yeah,
Jane,
I'm
you're
fine
good?
too. I'm on Tim's side with the green, the colors, so.
Right, right. That's the
Like a
corporate
juice
colors,
bar.
I
Those are
imagine?
branded colors.
Yeah.
And that's what you want for an urgent care when when
I-
you need urgent care.
I
You
guess.
gotta find it.
Right, yeah, I guess you're right there, so, okay.
All right.
All right. You guys have any questions for us? You're good? Okay. All right, Tim's turn.
In the matter of DRB 2021-51, the application for a new wall signs and vinyl graphic, I move to approve.
Here, a second.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great,
very
thank you
much.
very much. Thank you. Next is DRB 2021-52, the application of Robin Kratz at 120 East Lancaster Avenue in Wayne for a new signage on the front of the store. Hello there.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Robin Kratz. We just want to put a sign up for our store,
Sure, sure.
and it's the same size as the last sign that was there.
Okay. So you're a new store in town, you might as well get your 30-second commercial in free of charge, so tell us a little bit about your store.
It's a little boutique that, there's two of us. Jody does all of the boutique clothing, and I do all of the accessories.
Great, good. Okay. So how do you pronounce it exactly? I'm going to butcher it otherwise.
It's 12 West, Chilcote, and Richards.
Chilcote, okay,
Yeah.
great. All right, super. Okay, so just, if you can just walk us through the sign, the material, and if there's any illumination, and just kind of give us a brief rundown.
It's basically what the sign guy sent you. You're asking me about, he said a Dibond panel with acrylic lettering, printed vinyl, and it's just the color that you see is a Pantone color, 661. He did also give me that installation,
Mhm,
how he's plans
Okay.
to install it and everything.
mhm. Again, it's a pretty simple application.
I would just say for the installation to make sure that it's concealed fasteners.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
I think-
a what fastener?
Just to make sure that the fasteners are concealed, that you can't see
Oh,
them.
yeah. No,
This application, it looks kind of like the lags are going through the sign. That's my only concern
oh,
with it.
okay. Because I didn't see them on this picture, so that's why, yeah, okay, I'll say that to him.
I guess the other thing, we want to make sure your address is somewhere on the building.
It is right here on the door. You can't see it in that picture.
No, I can't see
You
it at
wanna
all.
see it in here?
No, that's okay, I trust you. Can you see it?
It's right there on the door, yeah.
No, my eyes aren't the greatest, but yeah.
No, you can't see it on the picture.
Okay, all right, good.
So 12 West is part of the sign, the
Oh, I
store's
see,
name?
Yeah,
120.
12 West is the name
Oh,
of
okay.
Jody's Boutique, and
Okay.
Chilcote and
Oh, I
Richards
see
is the
it.
name of
Yeah,
my
the 120.
Oh, I got you.
my
Now
business.
I got
There's
it.
two different businesses. We're
All right.
partners in this location.
Okay.
All right.
And again, you heard Tim mention about the A-frame signs, they're not allowed.
Yeah, I did hear.
No wares out on the sidewalk, okay. We
Okay.
need to keep that sidewalks for
Okay,
people.
question.
Yes,
Can we put stuff right here in front of this one door?
Kevin? I don't know if you heard the question.
See this one door here? Can we put stuff in front of there? Because it's in that little alcove?
Display.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull up the code on my phone and it's not working.
Do you want to see my picture closer?
No,
You can see it?
well, displays are outside of the purview of the ordinance and zoning regulations, so,
It's not in the sidewalk.
I know, but there's a lot of the provisions, this is WBOD, correct?
Yes,
Again, I think that's outside the purview of the
Okay.
zoning, and it's something that we can address outside.
okay, so
Yeah.
Kevin can answer your question at a later time.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
So this is just for this sign?
Yes.
Yep.
Lighting on that sign?
No?
No? Okay, all right.
Unless I'm standing there with a flashlight.
Okay, all right. What else? Do you have any questions for us?
I don't.
They're good? Questions, comments?
No.
Nope.
You guys are good, pretty
Perfect.
clean? Okay.
All right.
I think it's your turn.
DRB 2021-52 for a new sign at 102 East Lancaster Avenue. I move for approval.
Seconded.
It's
Okay.
120.
Oh, 120,
It's
sorry,
120.
120.
Okay, great. And Tim seconded it? All in
Second.
favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, great.
Thank
Thank you very much. Next on our agenda tonight is DRB 2021-53, the application of Rockwell Homes at 208 North Aberdeen Avenue in Wayne for 6 units. Not you. Rockwell. Okay,
Okay.
all right. So,
In the matter of DRB 2021-53, I move to continue this matter.
I second.
okay, good. Hopefully we'll see him next month. Thank you. All right, so we'll jump to the last one on our agenda tonight is DRB 2021-54, the application of Proximity Interiors at 503 Lancaster Avenue, Unit 210, and for some new signage. Hi there.
Hi, I'm from Coates Fabric Awnings, and
Hi.
I'm here on behalf of Proximity Interior Designs, and apologize in advance. My printer ran out of ink before I got here, so it's a little off, but I think you have the right color in front of you.
Okay.
This is a aluminum square tubing sign with a woven acrylic fabric stretched across it. I think you'll see in front of you there that there are two. She had the shop on the left-hand side, and she took over the jewelry store on the other side. So now she has a store and a design studio.
Mhm.
So, this is what it's supposed
Yeah.
to look like.
So it's
and,
two separate stores
Correct.
with two different addresses?
Correct.
Okay, so we'll look at it as
Two
two
separate.
stores, two
Right.
separates,
Okay.
okay, which make things a lot easier for us.
Yeah.
So, okay, good. So, well, why don't we look at whichever first? The design studio?
They are exact size.
right.
Same size and everything.
Mhm. So the jewelry store has got signage
Correct.
on the side of the building, that's,
The jewelry store actually has one of these up right now, so
Mhm.
we're planning on recovering that one.
okay,
And then mimic the other side
Mhm.
with the same exact sign.
okay.
8-foot clearance, 8-inch letters, everything
Mhm.
to,
Yeah.
so
That fabric application's a little unique, but it's been done in Spread Eagle Village. I think Jay McLaughlin's
Okay.
got
yeah, it's
fabric
right
and,
across the way there.
yeah,
we-
kind of a gold color,
We've
yeah.
actually done another one there in the past.
Right.
A black one.
Mhm.
It's really nice. It's like a fabric marquee.
Yeah.
It's stretched across real nice. It's
Right.
classy looking.
It is, very
And,
classy for that center.
They used, the jewelry store used to have this big ugly awning out there, and we just
Mhm.
got rid of that and just made this nice flat.
Right, Yeah, it's
fabric
clean.
sign. And
Yeah.
It's clean, yeah.
okay. So naturally, the jewelry sign on the side of the building is going to come down?
That is gonna, yes, correct. That's
Okay.
gonna be there.
And I'm sure,
Actually, that is gone now.
it is gone,
Yeah,
okay.
it's gone. Yeah, and
Okay.
she does have a sign on the shop side, it's a wooden sign, that's coming off.
Okay,
So this
Her
will
o-
be her only sign, it's just to really show you, it's pretty much the same sign, it's just
Yeah.
one, you know, telling you which is which.
right. And there's a sign also in the front of the building which is coming down also? Okay, so that's it? Just
That's it.
two stores, two signs,
Yep.
cut and dry?
Yep.
Okay. You guys like it?
It's, well, it's fine, it's
Yeah.
fine. I do like it. I just, it's kind of jarring again. Is the building the same color? I know I shouldn't be so picky.
I'm not sure if they're painting the building again or not,
Mhm.
but her color is that dark blue.
Okay,
Yeah.
So
that's it?
that's
Okay,
what
fine.
she wants.
Yeah. I think it'll look good.
It looks
What's there
fine.
now? A wood sign, you said?
The jewelry store actually has the same sign, it's like a light green with white lettering.
But it's the fabric application?
It's the fabric application,
Okay.
that's correct. I believe, I think we made it like 10 years ago.
I'll just ask you to slide over this one, I'm like, thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we made it about 10 years ago, so that one is just being recovered, and on the other side, she wants the same thing, just to, match the corners.
Mhm. I think it's, what do you think, Tim?
I think it looks really nice.
Yeah,
You too.
We try to keep it nice and clean, and.
yeah, that's exactly what it's going
Right.
to be, yeah.
It's an interesting because it's almost a dimensional sign because of having the return.
Mhm.
Right,
So it's almost like two separate signs next to each other at the corner of the building.
Yeah.
The return, I know, I mean, yeah, we are putting a logo on that, but the return is really just keep it rigid, you know, so, because it's just a flat sign.
Right.
So,
There's quite a lot of frontage on that, so it's not like they're real close together there.
oh, no, I mean, in between is
Yeah.
the Eagle Village, offices.
Right.
So there's a good 30 feet there between
Yeah.
the buildings.
Well, I mean, the stores are going to complement each other with the same
That's kind
color
of
and
the idea,
everything.
yeah, right. It's, I mean, it's beautiful in there too, right?
Mhm.
And, you know,
From a conceptual standpoint, though, the return functions as a sign on the other side of the building.
The logo,
Yeah, right.
The logo,
That's
yeah.
what I mean, like. it's-
right. I
It's
think,
interesting because of it being,
yeah,
yeah, I didn't really know how that worked. I mean, because
Yeah.
it's in just like a parking lot, so.
yeah, no, that's why I'm saying from a conceptual standpoint.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think from a,
It's a bit of an oddity.
Yeah.
And so,
They're the only one in there that can really have something like that.
yeah,
yeah.
I think from a visual standpoint. if you-
From a visual standpoint, no doubt, it looks
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, you'd see the
Yeah.
backside of
Yeah.
all
I think
the
it's not-
structure and everything.
I think it's nice to have the logo there rather than just being a blank
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which you
I
need
agree.
the blank blue in order to have the structural support for the other side,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
it's interesting.
Yeah,
There's
I
one
think
right
it's
now if
ki-
you wanted to go look at it.
yeah, yeah, I'm good with it, you know.
I am too.
Jane, you're good with it?
Yeah, I think it also, it tidies up. If it was just hanging there, as Tim said, it would just look
Right.
somewhat like it's an afterthought.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now the sign looks like it's part of the building because it turns around.
Yeah. Okay, we're all on board then.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
Okay,
Any other questions?
no, sir.
You're good?
All right.
Kevin, you're good? Yes, sir. Okay, Tim, want to finish it up tonight?
In the matter of DRB 2021-54, application for the installation of fabric signs at the store frontages at 503 Lancaster Avenue, suite number 210, by Proximity Interiors. I move to approve the application.
Here, a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Good night. All right, thank you.
Okay. One last call for Rockwell Homes. I guess they're not to be found, huh? So we hope to see them next month.
Yeah, let me double check just to.
Okay.
Yes.
Just to play it safe. Okay. Is there any other business for this board tonight? No, we're good?
No
No?
business.
Okay. All right, we'll see you this next month.
Okay.
Thank you.